Hello once again YouTube, Chris the Nightbringer here bringing you some StarMade station reviews. Today we have the display station by Caumen, or so I believe it is pronounced, and here is their station. So, it appears this station is designed to display certain types of hull on a dock. It's supposed to look interchangeable. I'm not actually sure if it is interchangeable. Maybe perhaps if you used the copy-paste function, it's entirely possible, although I'm not entirely sure if the functionality was built into the station to begin with. It does not appear that way. I'm also a little confused as to how this works. Are you supposed to, put your own message on it? Are you supposed to simply place the hulls out there for display so that you can sell them? I think that actually may be the purpose. I'm not sure. So, we seem to have these two little sections here, and I must say that they're quite filled with detail, as little as they are. They've got some little bits sticking out of the side. They've got all sorts of patterns going on with this section here to cover up the docking modules, and I think that is really neat. Right, we come in here. I have no idea what any of this is for. It's a very small little room here. I do like this. That is an amazing way to show off these power tanks without actually just throwing them into the middle of a wall. They've embedded them inside some sort of grate, some sort of vent that you can look down. It's a oddly shaped vent, I must say. I don't think that maybe that doesn't have to stick out like that, and maybe this bit right here could also be brown, just so that it's a uniform color. But maybe that was an intentional design by the builder's choice. I am liking, the little bit of depth that they've added here, though. But look at that. Chunky. I really like that. That's great. Not so much on this side, but that's okay, because it doesn't really feel like we'd be looking at that side anyway. Also, it almost feels as if these two sections right here are supposed to slide along this rail. That's exactly how this feels. It almost feels as if these things are supposed to move. And that is really awesome, because once you pick up on that, it suddenly gives it a new dynamic, Suddenly this thing is a moving station, a station that can reorient itself into whatever form is needed, which is kind of awesome. And it looks like, I'm wondering if they are also held together by this beacon contraption. I mean, of course, they are actually not having a real effect on each other, but that's something I picked up on as well. Suddenly, just by looking at this, I felt as if this thing was attracted or held in place because this beacon field that you see before you now. There is no such thing as a beacon field in real life or in StarMade, but it does give that impression that, these two bits are supposed to be there because they're working with each other. Similar, features, which, when, paired like that, kind of give it an effect, and I suppose that is the case because something similar is happening over here. Look at that! That's neat. It's almost like some sort of magnetic field is holding these two sections of the station together, or apart, for that matter. And that's really neat. That's something I have not seen at all. The station is disconnected, and I did see somebody complain about the fact that it was disconnected, but it's disconnected, and the person that built this has thought about that. They've paid attention to the fact that there is no walkway, and they've connected this station via some sort of invisible field or some sort of machinery, some sort of technology, and that's really neat, taking it to the next level, right? So we have some docking areas here. I believe this is where the either the ships for the players would land, or the docks would be for the displaying areas. Displaying stuff things, I don't know. I actually have no idea how this is all supposed to work, to be honest. So let's say we walk in. Got some plants in the corner growing out of a vent. Interesting. We have some sort of little reception desk. Not much going on here. There's some green. Goes up. There's some red. And we have a wall of blue. So let's take the green up. I don't think... Oh, that actually doesn't go anywhere. Let's take the other side up. Oh, that doesn't go anywhere. That's glass. Okay. I guess we're going all the way up. So, all the way up, we have a pattern in the floor. Ooh, look at this. They have created a pattern, and they have only used one color, and they did it with the use of textures. Something, again, that I've seen very little of. But nonetheless, this is, you know, a really neat effect. It almost feels like a carpet, but it's not a carpet because, well, I don't know how many carpets you walk on that are see-through. I am liking this little desk here. This suddenly feels very tropical with these little plants. I didn't realize there was a plant in the game that looks so much like a palm tree. That's interesting. We do have some floating lights, which is neat. Something, again, I have not seen yet. Is there stuff up here? Okay, I slipped through the ceiling on accident. Don't worry, it's something I do occasionally. So we have a button here. Do we want to find out what the button does? Oh, wow, okay, it locked this place down tight. Holy shit. I was not expecting that. That's pretty neat. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like a security measure. There's a faction module, and that's potentially the shop module, but I don't know. But that is neat. I was not expecting that at all. I figured it would have been something to do with the docking or something, but it's an actual lockdown feature, which I haven't seen so far. It does look like there is a block missing here. So, I think that's it. I don't think there's actually anything else going on in this station. There's a lot of really cool effects going on here. You know, I thought that was a door. I'm just kidding myself. There's no door there. Ooh, there's like these little, again, these like vent type of structures that this player has made in order to reveal the light blocks at different angles. Pretty neat. So all in all, I really do like this station. You know, it's got really cool features and lots of awesome design, but this station is so very small. I wish it was much larger. You know, the interior of this station is literally 2 rooms and 2 elevators, which, I'll be completely honest, is uncalled for because, well, I guess actually maybe if you go in one elevator and down the other, certainly it's entirely possible that, you know, that's how that system works, but again, I feel like it's unnecessary. This elevator doesn't even have anything in it. This one doesn't either. You know, there was the ability, the potential, I should say, to put more stuff over here. You know, just enough, some more things instead of, you know, elevators that don't actually function. I mean, all we really have here is a desk and these vent fungi, right? I'm not saying that's what they actually are. Just, that was a joke. But, you know, the station is very small, and I think it could definitely go bigger. So, all in all, exterior design, as little as there is, it's like a 9 out of 10. That's really awesome stuff that they've got going on. I just wish it was bigger. Interior design, I'm going to give it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10, mostly because there's a lot of stuff that they could have done, and they are limited by the space that they gave themselves when they built the station, but again, there's you know, all that really is at the moment is a reception desk and some palm trees on the top floor. You know, there's not much going on, and I wish there was more. But overall, as a trade guild station, I'm not entirely sure. Again, I guess they're displaying the hulls for sale, much like, you know, advertisements in the glass windows of a store, so to speak. So, I guess, you know, that's something the Trade Guild would be, you know, something they were doing. It certainly has the colors. It's much darker than most Trade Guild submissions that I've seen, so that's a bit interesting. I'm going to give that overall effectiveness an 8 out of 10, 7 or 8 out of 10. Because, you know, it's a pretty neat idea. It's a new concept, something I haven't seen before, and there are a lot of cool features on this station that I really wish were an actual thing in StarMade, such as these rails. So, props to, you know, the ingenuity behind some of these ideas. That was the display station by Caumen. Thanks for submitting it. It's a really cool concept. If you want to see more of these station reviews, subscribe. Leave your feedback and all that other stuff in the comment section below. And I will see you all for the next station review.